hibernating all winter. I'm sure you did it just like I did. The weather is finally warm, and the Keego Harbor Parks and Recreation Department is taking advantage of the summer heat with a series of block parties. And with us now, Kirsten Douglass, the chairperson for our fine Parks and Rec Department. Kirsten, thank you so much for being with us.
Morning, Ronnie. Thank you so much for having me.
Can I just tell you, hats off. You did a great job with the parade.
Oh, thank you. And thank you so much for you and Woody for helping. I appreciate it.
You know, I think so many people don't understand a lot of work goes into these events.
Yeah. For the Memorial Day parade, it takes about 6 months for us to plan. We hurry. Then we have to wait for all the registrations. And it lasts about 2 weeks of over full-time work for all of our volunteers. So yeah, it takes a lot of work, but it's so worth it to see everyone happy and having a good time.
Especially this year, I felt like we needed it. But you just kind of said that key word right there, volunteers, right? I mean,
Yes.
We need volunteers.
It does. It takes the community to do any of these events. Our Parks and Rec Commission are all volunteers. And then we volunteer to actually help put on these events for our community, but we need others to participate. Even if you don't want to sit on the commission, just coming in to volunteer for like the Memorial Day parade, we need people to help close the roads. For the block party, help set up the games for people at the park, that kind of stuff.
So I'm excited to talk about the block party because did you guys do one or two of these last year?
We did one last year. It was an idea to bring music back to the park. So it's at Rose Sorter Park, and it was in September. And when we started planning the event, kind of fun, we decided on the time, not realizing that it got dark earlier. So the band played into the night, which is fine, only until 8:30, but it was dark. So it was a huge success. So we decided to make it a series, a summer series. So it's the third Friday of June, July, and August from 5:30 to 8:30. So the sunlight will still be there for us.
I love this because I know Sylvan Lake does so many of those, and yeah, okay, wait, let's all admit it, we all go there and enjoy some of their events. So it's great to see that Keego is now doing these. So kind of give us all the details about Friday's event. What time is it, the music, all that good stuff.
Definitely. So we're kicking it off. It's this Friday. From 5:30 to 8:30. We have live music by Serious Jack. It'll be at Rose Sorter, which is the park right behind City Hall if you can call downtown Keego. And then we will also have a food truck, the Barbecue Guys. It's a veteran-owned food truck, and I'm super excited. Their loaded nachos look amazing if you check out the Facebook pages. And then we will have a fundraiser, because again, it takes finance support to support our event. And so we're going to do a trivia fundraiser. Last year we did Dunk the Chief. We dunked Chief Fitz, which was, I appreciate him doing that even on his anniversary. But it was amazing. So we had such a good time. And this year we're going to try, or this event, we're going to try trivia, or we're going to do trivia. You can win a gift card. It's $5 to enter, and you can have a team up to 5 people. Other things to note about this one, like I said, to 8:30, bring some chairs, bring your blankets. We do have some picnic tables, but not a ton of them. And then there'll be games like cornhole and ladder golf and yard Jenga to play as well with your neighbors.
That's great. Hey, can I ask you, when it comes to the trivia, can you use your Google?
That's a great question. I actually don't have the answer because I'm not in charge of that part of it. I would say no, because then it kind of takes away from it, right?
Right. I'm always like, you know, when you have people and they're on these radio stations, I'm like, Google it, Google it, Google it.
Right, it's the time. I think it's how fast it goes that you might not have a chance to do that. So that's something I'll ask our committee who does the trivia to.
I'm going to be like, hey Siri, will you be my date Friday night?
There you go.
And then she can answer all my questions for the trivia.
And actually, I don't even know the question, so I'm going into it as blindly as you guys are.
So how do you find the bands and the food trucks?
Just research. I'm constantly on Facebook, on different parks and rec pages, seeing who other people have contracted, and then just putting out the feelers and finding out if they're within our budgets and our means and stuff like that. So, oh, and then if I can make two plugs, I do want to thank Jets Pizza. They are sponsoring some of our music act, and as well as Dairy Queen for the prize for our trivia. So I want to thank our local community that step up and actually help us too. So thank you to them.
I love that. Jets, by the way, it does have some of the best pizza in the area, right?
Yes.
So I don't know how many times we've eaten there, but we don't want to count.
Ours is our family is usually once a week, and their ranch is my favorite.
So Kirsten, can I ask, is this open to kind of our neighboring friends as well, or is it a Keego only event?
No, of course. Anyone who wants to come is welcome.
That's great, because you know, some of these, it's you know, some of the other neighboring communities feel like maybe they're not welcome. So I love that, because you know, we all hang out at Sylvan Lake and Orchard Lake and West Bloomfield, so they can come over to our party, because you guys are putting the cool in Keego.
Thank you. Everyone's welcome. The more the merrier.
So with that too, do you guys still need volunteers for the Parks and Rec, or are you guys full right now?
No, we have 3 vacant alternate spots. So the commission is actually full, but we have vacant spots on for the alternates. Mm-hmm.
What have you learned by volunteering? It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, right? It is. I do have an events background, so that helps me. So our Parks and Rec is very well rounded. We all kind of have our little niche, and we work really well together, which is what I love. Like, we have someone who's very knowledgeable about invasive species and rain gardens and stuff like that, because there's the park aspect of Parks and Rec, and I tend to do more of the events part of it because that's my background. So we work really well together. It is a lot of work, not just planning the event, but actually executing the events too. But I just love how much heart our city has. I love that when the community comes out, they're so happy, and it's just nice to see everyone around. So I just love our small community.
Right? And how many people have you met by doing this? You probably know everyone in Keego now, all 30 or 3,000 of us, right?
I don't know if I know them, but they've probably seen at least one post from me or gotten an email from me. So, but it's just nice to see everyone having a good time, and it fills my bucket to know that that's something I could have been a part of.
I feel like, because how long have you lived in Keego now?
6 years.
So we've been here about 15, and I feel, and now with you guys on the parks, like that's kind of really making it feel more of a community and bringing people together, because we would do, you know, maybe the Christmas lighting of that little tiny tree, which it has grown up now, but you know, those little events. But I feel like, you know, by doing some of these bigger community events, it really is making it feel like more of a neighborhood per se.
I couldn't agree more, and it's just coming up with ideas, but honestly, after a while, there's only so many events we can do without getting more volunteers to help. So if our residents and supporting residents love these events, we need your help. We need bodies to actually execute these.
So anything else that you guys are kind of tossing around as possibilities, or you're like, hey, these are enough?
Right now, these are enough, but no, we are constantly brainstorming ideas. We're kind of coming up with a volunteer day where everyone comes out to the park to help with, is it painting one of the grills? Is it helping sand down one of the benches and restaining it? That kind of stuff. Just to, again, it's not just events, it's also our parks and the infrastructure of our parks and making sure that they are well loved and maintained. So we're coming up with something like that. A park walk fundraiser, so that we do tours and just, you know, get the history of each of the parks. So there's a lot still coming down the pipeline. We were excited that last year we did the Taste of Keego 2.0, which was Restaurant Week. Mother Nature was not kind to us. Mother Nature was very kind to me for the Memorial Day parade, but not for that, because the first 2 days it was a blizzard, and so all the roads were shut down and some of the restaurants were shut down. So we'll try that again this year. Hopefully with some better luck. But yeah, we're constantly coming up with different ideas, and yeah. make sure that you like our Facebook page and Instagram pages so that people can stay in touch with us. And most of the event information is also on our city website.
Well, thank you so much. I'm going to throw one more thing out there for you, and I will even volunteer to help you guys with this as well. A haunted trail right behind our house. Sylvan Lake's been doing it over the past 2 years, but we get so many kids in our neighborhood for Halloween, and I'll even, I'll even go bug the businesses to get the candy donated. How's that?
That sounds amazing. Oh, and I have to say that the Pooch Parade got approved at this last council meet, or our last Parks and Rec meeting. So I'll be reaching out to you to help with the Memorial Day Pooch Parade. That's
awesome. Too bad Trixie's not too people friendly. Maybe I can borrow a nice dog.
There you go.
Well, Kirsten, thank you so much, and we'll see you Friday night.
Sounds great. Thanks so much for having me.